Yo, welcome back to my late night spook show here on the Horror and Metal channel. I'm Hellhound, and we're going to do a quick tag video. This is the Horror Tag 2022 by David's Horror. I was tagged by Sean Erschen from the Horror Corner, so be sure to check out David's Horror and check out Sean Erschen. Check out both channels. I was tagged, and there's 10 questions all about horror, so let's go and get started. All right, question number one. What are your earliest memories of horror in film? That'll definitely be watching the classic black and white Universal Monsters films on a really old TV, like with the knobs that you turn for the volume and the channel. It wasn't a black and white TV, but it was very old. I think it was one of the early color TVs. Yeah, I'd catch them on TV. Me and my brother would stay up late at night and watch them. Then eventually they were like, with a hosted by like Elvira and Sir Graves Ghastly and Svengoolie and Joe Bob Briggs and stuff, all of which were a huge inspiration to, huge influence on my channel. So yeah, then of course I got into VHS collecting. I started collecting all these movies on VHS. So, but yeah, the Universal Classic Monsters were among my earliest horror memories. And then of course I'd read about them in Fangoria and like movie guides like Creature Features and Psychotronic and stuff. All right, question number two. Favorite horror film of all time? Halloween, the original 1978 masterpiece directed by the great John Carpenter. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's got to be Halloween. Always has been, always will be. Question number three. Favorite sci-fi horror movie? I've got the great Sean Erschen. By the way, he and I are going to have a lot of the same answers on this. We have a lot in common, so we agree on a lot. I tried to come up with different answers, but I just have to agree with him on most of these because they're my opinions too. We share a lot of the same viewpoints. Yeah, it's going to be Alien. I agree with Sean yet again. Yeah, this is a classic in every way. Sigourney Weaver is Ellen Ripley, one of my favorite heroines of all time. Yeah, great special effects, really creative looking monster. Yeah, it's scary. It's just, it's thrilling. It's just so awesome. I love Alien. All right, question number, what are we on now? Oh, sorry, yeah, question number four. Favorite subgenre of horror? Slashers. I mean, it's really hard because there's so many great ones. I mean, I like ghosts. Ghosts are my favorite. I like supernatural, but there's not a lot of great ghost movies. I love, The Shining and Poltergeist and the original Amityville Horror. But there's not a lot of great ghost movies, unfortunately. I'm not really into like Paranormal Activity or anything like that. But yeah, I'll just go slashers. Always love a good slasher. Question number five. What is the goriest horror film? I'm going to agree with Sean Erschen yet again and say Dead Alive. Yeah, this movie's just crazy with the gore. It goes really over the top and excessive with it. And it just becomes more and more incessant as the movie goes on. Yeah. Really good movie, directed by Peter Jackson, back when he used to direct horror movies. Yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, very, very, very gory. But it's done in like kind of a cartoonish way. All right, question number six. What is a good underrated horror movie? Let's go with Blood Rage. And for my full thoughts, I'll probably review this sometime this month since it is set around Thanksgiving. A really creative premise, and I don't hear this one talked about a whole lot. Definitely, if you check this movie out, definitely check out this Arrow video release. It's really cool. So yeah, I'll go with Blood Rage. Pretty underrated. Jim. Question number seven. What is your favorite horror anthology film? I agree with Sean Erschen yet again. Definitely Creepshow. Yeah, I love all the segments, especially Something That Tied You Over and The Crate. Those are my two favorites. Yeah, it's a great movie. I love the whole comic book feel and the use of color and everything. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. Yeah, Stephen King and George A. Romero combined their genius to bring you this anthology. I mean, how can you go wrong? Short answer, you can't. Speaking of Stephen King, question 8 is, what is your favorite Stephen King adaptation? It's going to be The Shining. I agree with Sean once again. Love this movie. I love how atmospheric it is. I love how creepy it is. I love the suspense. I love the chilling, bleak, hopeless feel. Just that grim tone. Yeah, and of course it was directed by the great Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, now Stephen King himself, as Sean already pointed out, doesn't like this movie. He thought it strayed way too far from his novel. But I love it. I've read the novel too, and yeah, it does take quite a lot of liberties. It does deviate significantly from its source material, but I still freaking love it. I recommend the book as well. Yeah, definitely check it out. But yeah, I'll go with The Shining as my favorite Stephen King adaptation. All right, question number 9. What is your favorite horror movie of the last 10 years? Not counting any sequels. Let's go with It Follows. I really like this movie. I thought it was a genuinely creepy, just straightforward horror film. There's no unneeded exposition or backstory or explanations or anything. It was just a creepy, delivered exactly what I wanted. Yeah, very, very scary. And I really dug this one. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out. All right, question number 10, the final question. Who's your favorite horror icon? I agree with Sean once again. Definitely Michael Myers. Yep. It's got to be good old Mike. Oh, yeah. He's the ultimate horror villain, in my opinion. Yep. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Yeah, he's just, he's just creepy, emotionless. You can't relate to him. He's just the boogeyman. He's an unstoppable force of evil. Just, pure evil on 2 legs. All right, guys. This has been the Horror Tag 2022 by David's Horror. Like I said, check out David's Horror. Check out Sean Erschen. Thank you for watching my video. I'm going to leave it open if you want to do a response or leave your answers in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching my late night spook show here on the Horror and Metal channel. I'm Hellhound. Until next time, later.